It's me, Raisa. As you guys know, we are really super excited about the solar industry. I'm just super excited at where we're going and the impact that we are making, and super passionate about what we're able to do for our clients and helping them save money. With that being said, obviously there's a big shift when it comes to financing. We're being challenged. A lot of our finance partners, just like in the mortgage industry and the real estate industry and just across the board when it comes to actual lending, obviously there's tons of increases that are happening right now, and unfortunately we're not safe from that either. And we have seen some tremendous increases in our financing and the dealer fees, still showing a lot of savings for our client, but definitely not as cost efficient as it was probably 60 days ago. So the market is very changing so much. And so I just want to share my personal experience with you guys. I've been pondering on our solar project here in our home for probably the past 4 or 5 months since we've been in solar. But we had to get some trees taken off of our property. For instance, in the front of our house, we had 2 trees that were covering the whole north facing roof. And then we called it the giant tree of life in our backyard, which was actually covering a lot of our south facing roof, which is the one that gets the most exposure for solar. And, we really wanted to identify these issues, knock those out of the way before actually doing our project. But we were also looking at all of the different loan products that Power provides us, which is one of the things that we love. We were able to customize our system, pick exactly what we wanted. We were able to pick the best panels on the market right now, which I'm going to show you here shortly, the best inverters, the best manufacturers, and get the best pricing. And another thing that we personally for our project is we also needed our roof done. Our roof is 11 years old, and once your roof gets to the age of 15 years old, a lot of homeowners insurance can actually drop you, and you will no longer qualify to be covered by homeowners insurance. And so that was one of the reasons we're like, we should get the roof done now versus 4 years from now having to pay more. A lot of the partners, they charge between $300 to $400 to remove and replace panels. And we're looking at about an $8,700 expense 4 years down the road. And we're like, why don't we just replace the roof now? Well, thanks to Power, we are able to actually roll in the cost of our roof, and Power actually has our Power Partners, which is zero out of pocket, guys, for our roof to be done as well. For us personally, we also needed electrical work. This house was built in the 70s, and when we bought it, we knew it was going to be a fixer upper, and we've done a lot of beautiful things inside the home, but of course, there's those skeletons behind the walls, and we've been working on those little by little. Obviously, those are sometimes the expenses that are higher. So we recently got a quote to upgrade our main panel, main panel breaker, and also all of the wiring in our home is aluminum. So a lot of homeowners insurance do not want to cover us because of it. Big issue, right? I want to definitely be covered in my home. I'm covered now, but I could get better pricing if I had a different type of electrical wiring. Right now we have aluminum, and that's just not to code. And so to do that job, guys, it's gonna be $7,200. Our roof is going to be a little bit over 14,000. So again, we're looking at about $22,000 without the cost of solar, right, being done. But then I'm like, I really want to do solar. Another factor in my personal deal is I am a 1099, and so that means that I'm commission based, and at the end of the year I always owe the IRS. And obviously we owe the IRS some money, and there's a 30% federal tax credit that the government is giving us. And so I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what Power was able to do for us, and really hope that you guys can see what Power can do for you. Okay, now as you can see, this is our home. All of these trees are now gone. Okay, so all of these trees are now gone. We were able to simply come here and select the modules that we wanted based on what's available in our market. I was also able to pick the best inverters. We obviously have the best manufacturers, create my system size, really get my production estimated to where I needed it to be. I also am able to design my project. Where do I want panels? Where do I not want panels? As you can see, I was able to put more panels in the back on the side because this roof here actually gets more sun exposure. These are a little bit more shaded. So it allowed me to actually really design my own personal system. And one thing I will show you guys is that a 99% offset. Now, this project includes getting a brand new roof. Now, I want to tell you guys the importance of a brand new roof. What's important is that my house is safe. I will be covered by homeowners insurance, so I'll alleviate that headache. But guess what happens to my home value? My home value is going to skyrocket because now I have a brand new roof. When I bought the home, I already bought it with 11 years on it. Okay, so understand that now this is also an home equity investment where the value of my home is going to go up. My electrical, I'm paying $7,200 to get it upgraded. Between those two things, I'm already looking at $25,000 of value added and built into my home. How amazing is that? What I've done is I've taken both of those expenses and I've actually included it on my solar project. Yes, you can actually do that. So we added our electrical and we also added our roof to this project. Now, I also want you to understand my personal situation. Currently, I'm paying $500 a month to the IRS. And on top of that, I'm also paying $180 to my utility company for something that I don't own. So my new payment for going solar, getting my roof done, getting my electrical done, getting all the projects, getting all the permitting, getting absolutely everything done with this project, my monthly payment is $269. Now, here's what I want you to understand. $500 to the IRS, $180 in my utility. I'm eliminating the utility bill and I'm also eliminating that $500 IRS expense. Why? Because I'm getting a federal tax credit of 30%, which is $16,048.61. So I owe the IRS about $11,000. And so this is going to completely wipe that debt, which eliminates that $500 a month. So I'm automatically saving there. I'm also eliminating the 180 and now I am replacing it for $269 payment. And not only did I increase the value of my home, but I'm also getting a new customer incentive, which is a paycheck at install. Once the system gets installed, the utility, the company Power, our power company is actually going to send me a check for $3,229.98 to cover the first 12 months of my payments. Zero out of pocket. Okay, so for the next year, I do not have to worry about paying the $269 because I'm essentially going to use that money to pay it back, or I can use it for another upgrade in our home. We've already talked about possibly doing something in our backyard with that $3,200, increase the value of our home even more. Now, you may look at this loan product. This loan product is only available to midnight. This loan product is only available till midnight. It's same as cash. Now, the interest rate is a little bit higher than the normal. We would want to see a 1.99, 2.99. It's a 6.59% interest rate. However, I don't plan on paying this loan for the next 25 years as instructed. All of our loans are able to be prepaid without any penalty. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm going to be one of those that I'm going to be able to pay off all of this a lot sooner than 25 years. So I know for sure that 6.59% is not going to affect me. Now let's look at the total loan amount. This boggles my brain. The system cost with my roof, my electric, my solar project, just everything built in, on top of getting $3,229.98 from the company to cover the first year and my federal tax credit of over $16,000, the loan amount is for $53,495.37. Now, minus the federal tax credit and minus the new customer incentive, I will end up paying $34,217 total out of pocket. Now, the reason why I'm stressing this is this loan product is only available until midnight. After midnight, this loan product, it will be a lot more expensive. They've actually brought it up $1,200 base points, which means a 2.5% fee is now going to be a 14.5%. That is a big, the 12% increase in the amount. And let me show you guys something. If I were to switch this to cash, look at the numbers. The cash price on all of this, if I just paid cash out of pocket, is $48,928. So my financing is only about $5,000, right? And so this is what I'm saying. This loan option right here is the closest to cash. For those people that are saying, you know, I definitely am going to pay off the system a lot faster than 25 years, because that's obviously the goal. And I think everyone can do that. Not only am I saving in 25 years over $100,000 because I won't be paying the energy company anymore, I'll be saving. Switching to solar will save me $96,272. But look at the beauty of it. We had to knock down 3 trees. We had to knock down 3 trees to make this entire project happen. And although I felt very guilty about it, right? It relieved me to know that it's actually going solar is the equivalent of planting 297 trees in our home. Our system and our size is going to be removing 8 tons of CO2 offset, which is really, really the most important thing. And what I'm most passionate about is how can we help our air? How can we actually be the face of the future and change everything? And the estimated value added to my home just with solar, just by adding solar, is $35,380. But of course, I'm adding a brand new roof, and I'm also adding electrical, brand new electrical, which we talked about would be another $20,000. This whole entire thing will increase the value of my home over $50,000. It will wipe my IRS debt. I will pay absolutely zero out of my pocket. My payments don't start until month 3, and now I'm paying $269 versus $680. Guys, if this is not a blessing, I do not know what is. Now, again, our finance partners are dealing with a lot of, you know, challenges. We are in a very challenging market, and all of the rates are changing. We've had tons of changes. I'm talking about changes back to back. Our 1.99% products are no longer available. The ones that are available now are 3.99 and above. But this one right here is a gem. And if you are watching this with me right now, you do not want to miss out on this opportunity. It ends by midnight tonight. All we need to do is get you approved. You will have 60 days after the approval to make the final decision. We just have to get you credit qualified so we can lock this in for you guys. This is same as cash. Look at all of the benefits that I am getting personally on my own personal deal. I hope that this finds you. I hope that this makes you make the best decision that you've ever made, because not only are you creating an impact decision, but you are also exercising what we call wealth strategy, being able to beat the tax game, being able to actually benefit from a tax credit, being able to zero out of pocket, and more importantly, have your energy be independent and sufficient by what is free to us, which is the sun, versus paying the utility companies. So again, if you're interested in this loan product, it ends by midnight. Do not let this pass you by. Unfortunately, the next 30, 60 days are going to be very challenging when it comes to financing, and the price of solar is going to be more and more expensive than doing it now.